You know,
what do you guys think about this Morrell Benavidez fight?
I like it. These are two fighters that I have a lot of respect for. I've been high on Benavidez for a very long time. Morrell is kind of in the same vein. Um, is there any hardware on the line though? They're fighting at 175, and then if all the belts are up there with Bivol and Better Beef, I feel like this is slightly a premature fight that could do very well. But in the meantime, it's daring to be great,
Going to be great.
Yep.
The reason why
it's a fight. It's a good fight, good matchup to be made.
The reason why I ask, I think this fight right here is for the boxing fans that are really in the trenches.
Yeah,
I don't see it for the casual. Am I making sense? You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Well, this is also how you draw in a new fan base.
But wait about this
excitement.
But what about this? This is in negotiations. But you're right. But we as fans know what this is going to do. But what if you pair it? What if you pair it with Tank versus whoever?
Boom.
They
They
already said that I'm willing to be the co-main and let Benavidez be the main the next time go around. So now that's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
You read my mind right there. You read my mind on that. I'm like, does that have pull for like the casual? Tank is like icing on anything.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, I think Tank is like kind of proven himself to be the superstar. Before I was gonna say he's the second biggest after Canelo, but after that, Spence Crawford. I think Crawford may be fighting out for number 2, but I think maybe Tank is bigger than Crawford as a name drop. I think I may be wrong.
I'm curious to see where this fight takes place at. Does it take place at 175 because both fighters are just comfortable? They're more comfortable to make that weight. Does it take place at 168 to try to align themselves with a Canelo bout? I think either way, it should be a number one contender for, it should establish him as a number one contender for whichever direction either one of them want to go.
Yeah. I mean, if depending on the showcase, if it becomes the classic that it's supposed to be, these are two great fighters. No one loses. Even when you lose, no one loses in this. And when you go back to your respective divisions where you're gonna conquer, you're gonna just get a lot more money in the bank with your name. Like it's just this is a make or break type of situation. Either casuals are gonna look at this and like, who are these two dudes? Because let's be honest, not everyone knows who David Benavidez is. Not everybody knows who Morrell is. We know who they are.
Enough people are being introduced when you're the co-main with Tank.
But everybody's coming to these big fight cards to see Tank fight, and some of them don't even know who Tank is fighting most of the time because they were asking who's
notice I didn't even give an opponent. You notice that it doesn't even matter who the opponent is.
So if these guys showcase and make a classic, because that's a nice fight. Hey, the sky's the limit because we need some new faces. People are getting old. Batons are being passed on to people that are like somebody told me. If I'm saying his name, Figueredo. Did I say that right? Figueredo.
Brandon Figueroa.
Figueroa is the baton is slowly going to be passed down to him, right? But looking at his personality, I understand. He has this whole thing of Superman Clark Kent, right? He wears the glasses, button T-shirt, like kind of.
Are you talking about him or are you talking about Fundora?
Fundora.
Talking about Fundora, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, sorry, I always messed up their last name.
I think Figueroa is kind of tall too, though, for that weight class.
But they put a name, a bid in for that Crawford fight, by the way.
Pandora. So I'm seeing promoters pushing Pandora, right? They're pushing him for the nerd lovers. Like you could see he's being handled because he's a good fighter, but they are kind of pulling like a gimmick around his stuff, right? I can see where they're going with that to market him, but I'm not seeing anyone who Eddie's style of marketing is he's gonna be a mouthpiece, right? He's gonna speak for you. He's gonna negotiate for you. You're gonna look like the racehorse type of price position, like AJ. Just stay there, look good, have good promotions. You get like Under Armour. You have Lucozade. You have all these Gatorade commercials. And then you look at how Top Ranking does their stuff. The way they promote their fighters, and I'm like, bro. Who's the next star besides Tank? Who's the next star? Shakur Stevenson could have been. Shakur could have been because he had the Olympics. He had the babyface Olympics. Olympics was a setup for him. Like that 2016 Olympics was like a slam dunk for him. Yes, he lost, but he won every American because he cried and he's like, I really want, And then something happened with the marketing that just who dropped the ball on that guy because he's supposed to be the new star right now.
No one.
They kind of be him dirty too.
Watch the fights.
I think it's that and I don't want to talk about mob ties, but like he had some handlers. They didn't handle him the right way with his brand being the baby face. I don't know. Like he was everywhere. We remember him. He was everywhere.
Ultimately, watching the fights. Let's watch the fights as fans of the sport who will be paying money to watch these guys fight. People weren't pleased.
Yeah, they're not.
Regardless of how you feel about styles or whatever, they were not pleased. Fan pleasing styles do matter. There are ways to do that and to protect yourself because I hate that term sometimes, the fan pleasing fight, because that just two guys out there slugging it out, and that's not what boxing is. Hit and not be hit. That's the objective. So there are people out there.
Yeah,
that he can take a Danny Garcia approach.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
If you remember Danny Garcia, though, people don't account for the power of Angel. Angel was a big role for Danny. Same thing as Sean Porter. His father played a big role. A person like Shakur doesn't have anybody. You don't have a Bill Haney. You don't have that type of person to be your mouthpiece.
But
I don't think that's necessary. Watch the fight. The fans are pleased. People are pleased to watch.
There's a relationship with Andre Ward, though, right?
Exactly. People.
Who was Andre Ward's promoter? Was it
Andre Ward fight?
Was Jay Prince Andre Ward's promoter? Because Andre Ward had big deals. He had Jordan.
Was he Rockefeller?
Rock Nation.
He was tied. Yeah, he was tied in. Yeah.
I thought he was under Rap a lot.
But people like fight though.
You gotta fight.
We can't get past that point. Like as fans, you have to enjoy watching the fighter. And there have been occasions where boxing fans will give you some leeway. We could be having a defensive style, but it seemed that clamoring that I like to talk about from the fan base has just been, hey, we want more.
Want to be entertained.
We want more.
Yeah,
we want to be entertained at the end of the day.
We want to